In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on January 14, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Colorado versus UCLA. The Colorado Buffaloes collide with the UCLA Bruins in a conference showdown on Saturday evening. The Buffaloes lost a road decision against USC on Thursday. The Bruins collected a home win against Utah on Thursday night. UCLA defeated Colorado in both meetings last season. The favorite is 3-1 against the spread in the last 3 meetings between the schools, while UCLA holds a straight-up advantage of 5-1 over the last 6 meetings. Both of these teams played at Stanford back in December, with UCLA winning their game by 14, while Colorado escaped with a 3-point win. The Bruins are markedly better than the Buffs this season, and more importantly, they are deeper. They don't have that standout superstar that teams can hone in on and shut down and gain an advantage. Instead, UCLA's rotation just simply has the next guy step up and take over, and they have a few next guys. The Bruins haven't been shooting as well lately, just 42.9% over their last 5, but they are still averaging more points and making more field goals per game in that stretch than Colorado has averaged in their last 5 games. The Bruins are on a nice 12-game win streak right now. UCLA has hit 67 or more points in 6 of their last 8 games and should post a solid total in this one as well. Colorado has scored a combined 123 points in their last 2 outings, but they're capable of putting up some nice offensive outings themselves when the matchup is right. That said, I don't think the Buffaloes will be able to keep pace for long in this one if UCLA is on point. So the UCLA Bruins to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. On the season, these 2 teams combined average 151 points per game, but over their last 5 they have combined for just 138, a drastic decline. There's no coincidence these numbers started trending downward once conference play kicked up. The 7th-ranked Bruins haven't scored more than 74 points in their last 4 games and have scored in the 60 seconds in 3 of their last 6 games. The good news for them is that their defense has made the opposing offenses look meek. I expect they do that to a Colorado side that put up just 61 points on a strong USC defense, which isn't quite as good as the Bruins. So with the Buffs held down and UCLA likely staying closer to their current points per game average, I think points will be low. The last 4 meetings between these schools also remain below the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Texas Tech versus Texas. It's a Big 12 showdown on the college hardwood as a pair of teams off to hot starts take the floor in search of a win in the Lone Star State. The Texas Tech Red Raiders are on the road as they travel to face the number 10 Texas Longhorns Saturday night. Texas Tech was clobbered by an 84-50 count at Iowa State, failing to cover as a 4.5-point favorite in their previous contest on Tuesday night. Texas rallied to knock off TCU 79-75 at home Wednesday night in their previous game, failing to cover as a 6-point favorite in that game. In the all-time series between the schools, the Longhorns own an 81-64 advantage, but the Red Raiders have taken 9 of the last 11 meetings, including 2 straight. The most recent matchup saw Texas Tech pick up a 61-55 win on the road on February 19, 2022. The Red Raiders are 1-7-1 against the spread in their last 9 road games and 0-3-1 against the spread in their last 4 games overall. The Longhorns are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 home games and 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The over is 9-2 in Red Raiders' last 11 overall. The over is 7-1 in Longhorns' last 8 overall. The underdog is 9-4 against the spread in the last 13 meetings. Texas Tech has hit the skids in conference play, but they still are a dangerous team to be reckoned with as the Big 12 season rolls on. The question for the Red Raiders is whether they can get back to playing that suffocating defensive style that they have been known for in recent years, first under Beard and then under Adams. They were lit up by Iowa State in Ames earlier this week and now have to face an explosive Texas team here. The Longhorns have seemingly managed to navigate the rough waters of the Beard firing and showed a lot of grit rallying to take down the Horned Frogs their last time out. The Texas Tech Red Raiders head into this game in shaky form, and now they go on the road, where they lose by an average of 20 points. The Texas Longhorns are not only the more talented team, but they thrive in these spots, where they win by an average of 20 points at home and 16 points in the favorite role. We know Texas plays well at home, and they should be able to extend their win streak. There's no stepping in front of Texas here, so the Texas Longhorns to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams have been shooting the three ball very well, as Texas is 172nd in the sport with a 33.6 three-point percentage, while Texas Tech is 134th in the nation with a 34.6 percentage from beyond the arc. These teams are both playing at a fast pace, as the Red Raiders are 74th in the sport with 72.9 possessions per game, while the Longhorns are 51st in all of college basketball with 73.5 possessions per game. The over has hit in 9 of the last 11 Red Raiders games, as well as in 7 of the previous 8 Longhorns games. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Portland versus Gonzaga. 8th-ranked Gonzaga avoided an upset in their last game to extend their long winning streak, and they host a Portland team that snapped their losing streak in their last game. Portland had lost 5 in a row before a win in their last game, which was their first West Coast Conference win. They are 9-10 overall and 1-3 in West Coast Conference play. This is the Pilots' first game of the season facing Gonzaga, and they were crushed by them on the road last season, which was the only meeting. Gonzaga is riding a 10-game win streak coming into this game, and they won their last game by only a point. They are 4-0 in West Coast Conference play, 15-3 overall, and they rank 5th in the nation, putting up an average of 86 points per game. Portland is 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games overall and 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 road games, while the over is 12-3-1 in their last 16 games against a team with a winning record. Gonzaga is 5-19-3 against the spread in their last 27 games overall and 2-7-1 against the spread in their last 10 home games, while the over is 7-0-1 in their last 8 games against a team with a winning record. The Zags have been awful against the spread so far this season, and that will have to change at some point. The clash against the Pilots seems a nice opportunity for Gonzaga to improve its against the spread record, as Portland is one of the worst defensive teams in the West Coast Conference. The Zags' defense hasn't impressed, but it still looks better than the Pilots' defense. Portland cannot contain Gonzaga in the paint, so keep your eyes on Drew Timm. Also, the Pilots lack depth and will struggle with fatigue just 2 days after a huge win over San Francisco. Portland will need a tremendous shooting night in order to hang around in this matchup. Portland is a shell now of the team that gave UNC fits in a midseason tournament a couple of months ago. Gonzaga has had some close calls as of late, but those games have been on the road. At home, the Zags have been dominant, and the Bulldogs have a history of beating up on the Pilots. The Pilots are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games overall, so the Gonzaga Bulldogs to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Gonzaga is one of the highest scoring teams in the nation, and last season facing the Pilots at home they put up over 100 points. I look for them to have another big scoring game facing a Portland team that gave up 89 points in their last game. The Pilots' offense had struggled for a while before their last game, where they put up 92 points. They will not score nearly that many in this game, but will have a decent scoring game facing a Zags team that gave up 74 points in their last game. Look for a high-scoring affair in this West Coast Conference clash. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.